Hi, I'm Nicolas Vidon, and I'm at the moment. I always keep reminding my team and myself that we are in a marathon, not a sprint. My journey started actually on the software side of our industry, so more data and tech. I worked for various startups in San Francisco for about 4 years. And then all of my clients were those large internet companies, which I found fascinating in terms of the reach they had with literally billions of consumers. And so I decided to join Yahoo at the time. And that's how I started my journey in media and advertising. And after 5 years at Yahoo, I went the other side, joined WPP, for what was at the time a startup called Xaxis, which I ended up staying with for 6 or 7 years, running it globally for 5. And ultimately, my journey took me here at Ogury because I was keen to try to help solve a problem that I saw a lot of our global clients struggle with. And I felt that Ogury had the necessary tools to help them find incremental audiences in places where there's very little signals in the digital industry. So that's what really attracted me to that opportunity. We're trying to make it a little bit clearer what our special sauce is. And for us, this is what we call our Persona Intelligence Engine, which is our own proprietary tech and data model that helps brands basically grow by finding these incremental users in places where they are, but with very little, data for brands to actually understand how they behave, what they buy, and if they would be good candidates for their products or services. Like 15 years ago, we were already doing what was called at the time machine learning, which is one part of AI. But of course, the new developments in AI is the generative side of it. So this ability for AI to really not only sift through very large data sets, but also produce content and sort of adapt, creatives, for instance, to a particular audience segment, or again, piece together all these little data footprints that consumers leave to build a very sort of well-rounded portrait of, consumers. So in a way, it's nothing new, but in a way, it's very new. And one thing I find interesting at the moment in our industry is how, the whole industry is really thinking about how AI will transform the way audiences are found, transacted, and insights generated throughout the life cycle of an ad campaign. And there's a lot of work being done by the IAB Tech Lab, by organizations behind new standards like ATCP, which we are very much excited about and at the forefront of, because we want to make sure that we evolve our technology in a way that takes full advantage of these new ways of working. I always keep reminding my team and myself that we are in a marathon, not a sprint. So I think trying to conserve, as you say, your energy, your sanity is something key. And so for me, 2 things I do, almost daily. One is daily, which is meditation. So I do start my day by meditating, typically not that long, 10 minutes, but it's a good habit to sort of focus the mind and prepare for what the day throws at me. And the other one is exercising because, that brings a lot of energy in the body. So I think trying to calm down my mind and energize my body is probably the 2 habits that help me deal with what comes my way. I would say trust yourself and don't hesitate to take risks and take opportunities as they come.